Hey, so in this video, I want to dive in specifically if courses in 2024 or 2025, probably the next year to come, still even work. Because if you're watching this video, it most likely means maybe you want to start a course, you've been thinking about it, you're looking at the industry, maybe looking to get inside of it and start making money, obviously selling information online, which is obviously a great idea. I highly recommend it. But I want to talk to you about if courses, specifically the typical course, still works in 2024, 2025, right? This is before you actually start building your own course. I want to talk to you about a bit of the industry, what exactly should you do, and things to keep in mind before actually building and spending all the time creating your course, right? Just want to let you know, right? So the introduction. Why am I making this video? Well, it's 2024, and about to be 2025, and there's a lot of confusion around the online course world, right? It's a big world, but there's a lot of confusion around it. Some say courses are completely dead, like to sell a course doesn't work anymore, you're not going to make any money. Well, others are obviously still making millions. Like we know this, courses make millions for a lot of people, right? So both parties say that. But what's the truth? I've been in the industry long enough to see how much things have changed, and I want to give you the inside scoop on what I personally think the market is going to go, and kind of essentially like what exactly you should do, right? If you want to start and get into the industry. And spoiler alert, courses still work. I want to let you guys know this. There's a lot of obviously words thrown around about courses, but they still work only if you know what you're doing, right? So let's break down what's happening in the industry and what works and what's changing. So the online course boom, where it all started. So the early 2010s felt like the Wild West for online courses. People realized that if they had expertise in something, that they could make a course and start making money, right? If you had anything about fitness, making money, whatever, you can start a course, sell it, and make more money or just make a lot of money in general, right? Platforms like these kind of platforms helped made this process super easy. Obviously, software came into play, so it kind of became super easy to create a course, right? And what that led to is everyone becoming an actual course creator. So the demand for online learning skyrocketed, right? Everybody was excited to learn online and say, hey, I want to make money online. I can learn directly from specifically this person who's been able to do it. I want to have a six pack. I can learn directly online for 997 for this guy. And this is exactly what was happening, right? It was new, shiny, and convenient. People could take a course on almost anything from their living room, and the creators were making good money, right? This led to essentially the gold rush of the online course world. And if you knew something, you could teach it and profit it. It was really as simple as that. Depends on your marketing, if you had an audience or if you wanted to run ads. But if you were good at something, you could package it in an easy course and people would buy it instantly because it was new, it was the gold rush, right? But then things kind of started changing. As the number of courses exploded, the market became overcrowded. There was a lot of people just started creating courses. And the problem was that is a lot of people obviously weren't kind of delivering on the promise. They were creating a course expecting you to get specific that and trying to sell you and just trying to get your money and not actually delivering, right? And more people jumped in, but not everyone was creating high quality content. And this is where the course kind of got the reputation of being scammy or whatever, right? But fast forward to 2024, what happened? Now the landscape looks kind of different. There's a lot more skepticism around courses. When you sell a course, there's already a lot of people who are, skeptic about your idea of selling a course and your method and who you are and if you've actually been able to do it and if the course is actually going to help them. It's not like before, right? People are hesitant to buy them because they've been burned before. Usually, they buy a course and it didn't work for them because they bought from someone that scammed. With so many options available, it's harder to stand out, and everyone is competing for essentially the same eyeballs and the same attention, specifically in the niche that are also saturated. So course fatigue is a real thing. People have bought courses, they spent money, and didn't get the results they exactly wanted, and this has created a bit of stigma around the word course. I don't know if you've saw this online, but when anybody like says, "Oh, buy my course," there's a stigma around it, and it's not very good. So it's that to keep in mind. When people hear a course, they think, "Oh, great, another generic online course that's not going to help me and it's just going to take my money," right? But the truth is, like the courses itself aren't the problem. The problem is how most courses are created and delivered to their students today. That's the real problem. It's not the actual course is the problem because a bunch of people actually benefit from online courses. So the actual course, having a course itself, is not the problem. Many courses don't offer enough value, and students get excited at first, but quickly lose momentum because there's no engagement or follow through. And also because obviously the content isn't good, and people who are selling it to you haven't done it for themselves in the first place, right? So that's why it essentially doesn't work. But that being said, are courses still worth it? Is it still worth it for you to go about it, create your course, and start selling or something of that nature, right? And my answer to you is yes, absolutely, but only if you're smart about it and kind of be able to do it in a way where obviously you're smarter on it and you kind of differentiate yourself from the others, right? Because the online education industry is massive and it's also growing every single year. It's about to reach 300 billion, and obviously that number keeps going up. And people are still very hungry to learn online. Like, it's definitely the easiest way to learn things. So people are not gonna shy away from it. They're still gonna learn online, right? And if you still have a valuable skill or something you're really good at, there's a good chance you can still make money teaching it. And there's actually not a good chance, a high chance, right? But the key difference in 2024 is it's no longer enough to throw content around in a course and just look at little modules and just call it a day, right? It's not enough to do that anymore. People kind of want more than information. They want an experience and they want to feel supported along the way. They want an actual school around it, right? And this is why the traditional course model is kind of changing and adapting to other things. And essentially, the challenge most courses creators face is oversaturation. With so many courses available on every topic imaginable, it's kind of stuff. It's kind of tough to stand out from the crowd. Think about fitness courses. Like, there's so many people teaching fitness and having their own programs. It's become a bit saturated. Although it's very still possible, it's saturated, right? Competition is fierce, and if your course doesn't provide something unique, you'll struggle to get noticed. Low completion rate. Did you know that actually only 10% of people who buy courses actually finish them? That's super, super low. Like, only 10% of actually people finish your course and go through the whole thing. This is because most people lose motivation. They feel like they left out. They get figure things on their own. And again, that is for specific like generic courses, right? And without accountability, support, or community, many students kind of give up halfway through. And that's not what you want because it's going to hurt directly your business. Sure, you got their money, but they're not going to be able to give you a testimonial. They're not going to be able to give you support. So it's not going to be good for your business. So people want results, not just information. They don't want the videos. They don't care about the videos. They care about the outcome and the results they can get from the videos, but applying what they saw in the videos and that kind of stuff. So courses are great for learning, but people don't just want to learn. They want to apply what they learn. Like I said, when a course doesn't provide the right level of support, people feel like they're not getting enough value, even if the content is great. That's what's happening in 2024. So, do the courses still work in 2024? Yes, but it depends on how you create your course and how you support your students. So it's to keep in mind, like, gone are the days where you could just create a series of videos, throw it on a platform, and watch the money roll in. That's not going to work anymore. Like I said, people want more interaction, support, one-on-one stuff. So what you need in 2024 to succeed and also in 2025. So the key to a successful course today isn't just the content, it's the actual experience you provide. So the whole thing around it. And one of the aspects of that is specifically community. Community plays a huge role in success. People want to connect with others who are on the same journey. It's a great way to network and that kind of stuff. So this is a huge part of it. And they also want accountability to help them on track and apply what they're learning. They want help directly from you, the instructor, either one-on-one or semi-one-on-one, just to be able to really have that help. That's what they want, and that's what's going to help them to be able to get all the results they want. Truly, right? It's not just videos, and not a lot of people are going to actually take action on those videos. So programs are essentially the evolution of online courses. And here's where things get interested. If you want to succeed in 2024 and 2025, it's to think that beyond just courses and start thinking about actual programs, which essentially is what we specifically focus on, actually creating programs. And programs are like courses on steroids. They just give people everything they need to succeed and not just information. Like, it's the whole package you need to be able to have that success in whatever you're enrolling in, right? So what's the kind of difference between a course and a program? Obviously, like I mentioned before, a course is like just a collection of videos, worksheets, and content where someone can kind of their own pace or whatever, and it's just that's it, right? And a program, on the other hand, offers so much more, right? You have coaching sessions for personalized guidance, a community usually of like-minded people, accountability way of keeping accountable to your students, tools, check-ins, and direct support when people get stuck, and a course, right? And the informational side. So it's everything put together. And why essentially programs are better and why am I showing you this way and why you should go about this way specifically in 2024 and 2025. Well, there's multiple reasons for that. And again, the reason why programs usually will do better than courses now in 2024 and 2025 is, again, because people crave that connection. Like I just mentioned about that community side of things where people get support and they're included in a group of other people trying to do that same thing and trying to get that same result is super important for them, right? And again, Programs offer ongoing interactions so students feel like they're not alone. You have systems put in place where you're catching up with your students, either calls or to the community directly, to see exactly where they're at and how you can actually help them if they have any questions. That's super important, specifically in programs and getting your students good results. And students are more likely to succeed because they're getting feedback, accountability, and real time support along the way. Look at the difference between just following a video module and the difference between a program where you're following a video module, but then you're getting questions about like, hey, how's this going for you? Do you have any questions directly or anything like that? That support is unmatched to just a course or just a video, right? So programs feel different as well. Programs offer personalization, interaction that people crave today. People hear the word program and they think this is something where they're actually going to get support. There's no stigma around the word program, but there is around the course. So program is a different mindset for a lot of people, rather than just course is that bad reputation around that word still, right? And the shift in is crucial in 2024 and 2025. People don't just want to learn; they want to be guided through the process. I already went through that. So again, the solutions programs are the future. If you're thinking about launching a course in 2024 or 2025, you should seriously consider creating a program instead. For all the reasons I've talked about, they offer way more value, better results, and a complete experience for your students. And essentially, this is exactly what my agency helps people with. Not just building a course, but actually creating a comprehensive program that delivers real results for your student. And because you're going to deliver real results for your students, you're going to get paid for that. You're going to be get paid heavily long term, which typically a course is not going to happen for you through that. So final thoughts. Courses are not dead, but they've evolved. In 2024, people want more than information. They want community support, accountability. They want all of those things. And the course, right? That's why they're not dead, because you still include video modules. Super important to still include those in programs. So programs are the natural evolution of courses. And if you want to succeed today, it's time to start thinking about how you can create an experience that goes beyond just content. So if you're ready to take that next step and build a successful program, usually if, let's say, you have an audience online and you've been thinking about launching your program and launching even your course, and you want to get help with that whole process from A to Z on not only build it, but build something that actually people buy, the marketing side of things, and everything essentially you need to have your program be successful with the sales funnels and everything, absolutely everything. That's essentially what we do in my agency, really partnering up with these people and being able to deliver really good results through a partnership, which is a done for you service, right? So that's essentially what we do. So if you're interested in getting that done specifically for you about your program, DM me on Instagram. We can have a chat about it and potentially jump on a call if it makes sense for us to do so. And I'll talk to you in the next video.